Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final, thank goodness, final map of Mario Party. We made it. Took a lot of time, took a lot of talking, took a lot of terrible gameplay, took a lot of terrible commentary. But we finally made it to Eternal Star, which looks like it was designed by a 4-year-old to appeal to 6-year-olds. Which is basically what this game is. At least this level does a little bit different. It does things a little bit differently. He punched Koopa Troopa. There is no get past go, collect $200. And there are no toads. There are instead 7 baby Bowsers scattered across the area. And in order to collect the star, you first have to pay 20 coins, and then you have to roll a die, and you have to roll a die higher than Baby Bowser rolls a die. Otherwise, you lose a star. All of that sounds fun. All of that sounds like a good idea. Guess what, though? It doesn't work on this board. And you will see why in relatively short order. So in order to get to all of the different parts of this star, which have been broken up by Bowser, as he bragged about in that little opening that I ignored, there are teleporters. Yes, there are teleporters, and they are no fun, and also very bad. Because not only do you not know where they go, if you manage to accidentally get to where Bowser is located, he will switch them up. They will then go randomly. And also, if you step on a question mark block, everyone gets teleported to start. This is the worst map in the game. It is a terrible final reward, and I'm very disappointed that it exists. With that said, it's a cool idea. I like the idea that there are several toad surrogates, in effect, scattered across the board. I even like the idea of having to duel them for the star. I kind of wish it was like a one-on-one minigame. That would have been a cooler idea. But nevertheless, it adds some element in addition in order to get the star. That's cool. It's a good idea. But the teleporters are a terrible idea. The teleporters randomly switching when someone hits Bowser is also a terrible idea. The question mark bringing everyone back to start, not just the person who hit the question mark, but everybody. Very, very bad idea. It feels like it takes ages to get anywhere. And once you get anywhere, it can be ruined with the drop of a hat. So enjoy that, because we get to not progress through the video game for a long portion of the video game. And not through any fault of our own either. Because let me remind you, there is no skill that comes when it comes to rolling the blocks. It has been proven through the use of emulators and save states that the number you think you're hitting when you hit the block does not matter. At the very least, in the first, I think it's the first couple of games, if not all of the N64 ones, if not even all the GameCube ones. I don't know when they stopped that, but your path, your die roll, is predetermined before your turn starts. It doesn't matter what you do. So I think it starts at the start of the turn. Everyone's is determined. I think even the minigame is determined. At least in this one. Not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's how it goes. So nothing that you do is going to make any difference Unless there's a split path, and you're like, hey, let's go on the question mark, because I really, really want that bonus star. You just ruined it for everyone. Good job, team. This map is awful. I hate it. I will hopefully never play it again. It filled me with absolutely no joy to play it. Didn't help that this was, I think, the 8th map, and I was already feeling the apathy with this game on the Magma World. Bowser's Magma Mountain, I believe it's called. But this one drained me. This one, I was ready to quit. I thought about quitting at one point. It felt like 300 turns had passed, and I hadn't even hit the 10 turns left reminder, and I was like, I'm just going to have to end this. Because we were making no progress toward getting all of the baby Bowsers, which I thought might be what you had to do to end it. I thought maybe you had to get all 7. Yes, I know it gives you the turn select thing. I understand that. But I thought maybe because this board is special, it would not let you. Turns out that once you get all 7, they just replace them with 7 more. I think they're even in the same spots. That is not the point. The point is, it felt like this was going on forever and ever and ever. So let's get this chest. Oh good, this one I actually was able to get. You'll recall on the last map of this game, I had my shadow 100% over Yoshi, and just didn't grab him. The game's just like, nah. The hurt box ain't there, buddy. It was fun. I really enjoyed not being able to get those coins. You also have noticed, did you notice the 3 that were on the option there? It was the 3 that I told you about, I believe. There's Crane Game, the Bowl Over, and the Pipe Maze. I think those were the 3. Those are the 3 most common ones. It's disgusting, honestly. You may have also noticed that so far, it seems like Baby Bowser, not Bowser Jr., he's not Bowser Jr. yet. He's currently Baby Bowser. Not Koopa Kid either. Peach just reset us, by the way. We're all now back to start. It's the worst stage. You may notice how our die block is rigged. Ours only go 8 through 10, whereas his runs the full gamut. That is, I guess, to make it more fair, because if he could take a star and also it was like a 50-50 shot, it wouldn't be a lot of fun. It's already not a lot of fun, but it would be even less so. And you may be thinking, oh, well, if you can roll 8 through 10, he's never actually going to beat you. It happens. The reason I know it can take a star is because I saw it happen. Will it happen to me? You'll get to find out. But I did see it happen once. On this course. On this recording. I don't think this episode, though. I think it happens later in the thing. Because we all need stars for it to happen. Now, I also thought, perhaps, that once you get all 7, and the baby Bowsers get replaced, that it might make it more difficult. Like, it might go 6 through 10 or something. It doesn't seem like that's the case. I think we only get like 1 star after it's replaced, or maybe 2. But I'm pretty sure it said 8 through 10 still. It's a little unfortunate. Come on, Shell Game. It's not Shell Game. It's never Shell Game when I want it to be Shell Game. It is instead Ground Pound, which is just as easy, but not as much fun. As long as you have semi-decent remembering skills, or you have eyes, you can see all of the ones with points. Also, you have so much time, and it doesn't end your game if you hit one of the ones with points. I think you can hit like 3 or 4 of them. It's very, very dumb and a very bad game, and starting to feel that way about a lot of this game. A lot of these mini games. I know it was 1998, or some year around there. I still didn't look it up. I said I would. I didn't. I lied. Maybe I'll do that for the finale, or maybe it's in the credits. I didn't actually watch the credits. But you're going to get to see the credits for this game. I left those in. Enjoy episode 4. I almost made the credits their whole episode, their own episode. I almost did that to you. There was, my logical point of breaking it would have been like 12 minutes per-ish, and it was going to be 5 episodes. And the break point was like right after the final minigame of turn 20. And then the credits roll, and they're another like 10 minutes or so. I was like, wow, this would be really, really mean, but I could do it. And it would be kind of funny for me. Because the finale would literally just be the results of this board. But you would have to wait a whole episode to find out if you weren't keeping track at home. And if you couldn't figure out the bonus stars without the game's help. And then credits. And that would have been a whole episode. And I thought about it. Thought really hard about it, honestly. But I ultimately decided I'd just leave it, I'd tack it on to the end of the 4th episode. This is a long one, folks. So I decided to be nice. Give you guys more. It's not more content. It's the same amount of content. It's just spread over fewer days. So I get to play another solo minigame. Shell game, shell game, shell game. It's not shell game. It's knock block tower, which I don't think I'd ever played before. If I did, I couldn't remember. I know that you jump attack the blocks. Here's what I didn't know. You had to actually move close to the blocks. Then I figured that out. I was like, cool, this is easy. And then, see, I hit it. I totally hit the thing. And it did not count it. And I'm very upset about it. I think this game's rigged. Those coins probably wouldn't have made that much of a difference. But maybe. You don't know. Butterfly effect. That's a thing. I watched that movie. Not the butterfly effect itself, not the Ashton Kutcher movie, nor its like 2 or 3 sequels. But I watched the Sound of Thunder movie. And boy, let me tell you, if you want a terrible looking sci-fi movie that inexplicably has Ben Kingsley in it, go watch that. It's dreadful. I think it has Ben Kingsley in it. I'm like 80% sure. I should probably fact check that. Anyway, I deked it all myself. I won it. I am the greatest, redeeming my previous keep away failures. And that's the end of the episode. I will see you next time.